must have that test done.
Routinely?
Routinely. A woman that is 65 and above, a man that is more than 70 and above. You can see the difference in the age now, because women are likely to come down with osteoporosis earlier than men. Okay? Then a postmenopausal woman with other risk factors we've mentioned.
Okay, so automatically, that is an indication for the BMD
yes,
test.
The BMD
now,
test.
on the screen, we're seeing, it looks like this is a cross-section of bone.
Yeah.
One has tighter packed cells, and the other is like, you know, big holes.
Yeah.
Is this what happens in the bone?
Porosis, yeah, that is porous bone.
Okay.
The other side is porous, and
so it can easily break.
Yeah, fragility, and then leads to fragility fractures.
Okay. So are you saying that immediately someone goes to the hospital who is 65 and above, especially if it's a woman, and the person is going for maybe a routine test, this is one of the tests that will be done?
Yeah, if the hospital in charge knows about the prevalence, treatment, and diagnosis of osteoporosis, because not so many hospitals are aware of the indication for testing. Okay, other indications I've not mentioned are all adults after 50 years of age who has fracture
should be tested.
Yeah, especially the low trauma fracture should have that test done. And then before you commence treatment, that test must be done, in addition to doing it for monitoring.
Now, people take supplements a lot, especially when they get older.
Yeah.
Is it right to routinely take calcium and vitamin D supplements?
Yeah.
What about in children? You know, they say it's okay for kids. Take this, give it to your child every day. Is that right? Or is there, can there be a contraindication to that?
Yeah. Thank you very much. The osteoporosis prevention actually starts in childhood. Okay. Children should be given adequate intake, adequate amounts of calcium and vitamin D, so that they develop or they amass the bone strength early in childhood to have a higher peak bone mass, which is one of the risk factors. If you have a low peak bone mass as adults, you are more likely to develop osteoporosis. Also, if your BMI, the body mass index, is less than 20 kilogram per square meter.
That's a very slim person.
Yes, a thin person. You are also likely to develop osteoporosis. So, intake of calcium and vitamin D in children is encouraged. Okay. Likewise, in the adults, you also are encouraged to take vitamin D supplements and calcium supplements.
Okay, two questions arise now at this point. This calcium supplement, should it come as a supplement, a tablet, or can the child just get it from food?
Yeah, it can be gotten from food or from supplements.
Can you give us a sense of how much calcium a person can take food-wise? What I mean is, don't tell me RDA is 10 per. We don't understand that. But what we want to know is how much milk, how much meat a day, you know? Can you quantify it in something that can be visualized by the common man?
It is because of that inability to quantify the quantity of calcium or vitamin D in our own foods. That's why it's been advocated that you add supplements to it. Okay. And an individual must take at least 1,200 milligrams.
There we go.
Of calcium. Of calcium.
Just a minute, we'll get back to that. Right now, we have to go on a break.
No problem.
We'll be right after this time. Welcome back. It's still osteoporosis and health matters. You can call in now to contribute to the program or to ask a question. The number to call is 012206-842. That's 012206-842. Now, you spoke about 1,000 milligrams. Okay, let's leave that now. I'm sure they can always ask the doctor or the pharmacist. They should take a daily supplement.
Yeah, daily supplements of calcium.
From childhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just let me mention the preventive strategies.
Yes, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
What are the preventive strategies?
Yeah. Thank you very much. adequate intake of calcium and vitamin D, as we have been mentioning. Then frequent and regular exercise. It's lifelong process. It's not that you do exercise today and you forget about it for the next 2 months.
Wouldn't the exercise predispose you to more
fractures?
Fracture?
No. There are some exercises that are not going to put too much stress on your bone. Walking.
Okay.
Walking
right.
30 minutes to 1 hour a day.
Is that just walking or a fast walk?
You can walk alone. You can brisk walk.
Do they get to raise dumbbells like this? Is
no
this
problem.
Part of it?
It's aerobics. Aerobics
okay.
is also part of it. Something that you do against gravity. Okay. Walking, jumping, climbing stairs are all part of physical exercise.
Cycling?
Yeah. Cycling, swimming.
How about this?
Yeah.
This is like press-ups?
Yeah.
Will this be
this
good?
Is aerobics, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's part of it. Physical exercise, adequate intake of calcium and vitamin D, preventing frequent falls. Okay. And then lastly, you avoid cigarette smoking and excessive intake of alcohol.
Okay, now, I know that calcium is good for making bone.
Yeah.
But what does the vitamin D actually do?
Okay. The vitamin D helps in the absorption of calcium.
Okay.
If there is no vitamin D, then calcium is useless. You will not be able to absorb the calcium that you are taking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, another question.
Yeah.
You said preventing falls.
Yeah.
That's it's a bit difficult. How does one prevent falls? Are you saying you should take heed as to, for example, you live on the ground floor, stuff like that? How do you make a home friendly for somebody who is at risk of having osteoporosis?
Yeah. The preventing falls is mostly applicable to the elderly. Okay. You make sure that there is adequate lighting. Okay. There are handrails when he or she is climbing the stairs. There are no throw rocks.
Throw rocks,
on
okay,
the floor.
so that they don't slip.
Yeah. And then the floor is not wet.
Okay.
Okay. These are measures that you can take to prevent falls.
But some of these measures, you would agree with me, can be extended to society.
Yeah.
Like the type of roads we have,
yes.
Width of the sidewalk,
yes.
and such things,
yes.
which unfortunately we don't have so
and
much
in the
of
developed world, we have what we call hip protectors. Hip protectors, okay, that can prevent the amount of stress that a woman will have when she falls down.
Okay.
And that will prevent hip fracture, because hip fractures has lots of consequences following osteoporosis.
Okay.
The patient will not be able to move, long hospitalization, and in some studies, it's been said that at least 20% of those people that sustain hip fractures will die within 1 year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, you've mentioned hip fractures.
Yeah.
Are there other parts of the body that are prone to fracture?
Yes, thank you
apart
very
from
much.
the hip?
The first site is the vertebral spine, the back.
The back.
Okay, especially the lower back. So when you're having a low back pain, don't assume it's just ordinary low back pain. Consult your doctor. Consult the expert to assess and evaluate if it's just a normal or simple back pain without fracture. Okay. Then the second side is the hip. Okay. And then the third side is the wrist. Okay. These are the common sites of osteoporosis-related fractures. Okay.
Now, you also mentioned the hip protector.
Yeah.
I want to ask, is there something like a body brace or something like that, to protect the spine? Yeah. Is there such a thing?
To protect the spine, not really, but the hip, there is like a brace that you wear, that's underpants.
Okay.
That you wear.
To be like a shock
cushion,
absorber.
Yeah, as a cushion in both hips. Yeah.
Okay. So now, can one treat osteoporosis?
Yeah. Osteoporosis is a silent disease, it's preventable and it's treatable. Okay.